Hello. All right. Are we ready to get started? It'll be nice if you guys can see me, right? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to give people a few minutes to jump on in here before we get started. Come on in. All right, on IG Live, can you guys see me on IG Live? Yes? You guys can see me. Just want to make sure that I'm visible on all platforms. Yes? Okay, awesome, great. Okay, awesome. Let's jump right in. Let me move this over so I can see. Perfect. Okay, I just want to make sure because it's showing that you guys cannot see me. So just want to make sure. All right. And make sure I got both screens so I can see if you guys have any questions. All right. And everyone can hear me, yes? In the chat, I'm so excited, everyone. Welcome to Boss Chick Radio. So this is a long time coming for me for Boss Chick Radio. I have had the idea and I've had it in my spirit heavy for years. I'm not going to lie. Years now to start a podcast for boss babes. To have a space that we can share what we've learned through business, share tips and insight on wellness, talk all things twerk, which is what we'll be doing today, and just have a community, just like have an online podcast community for everything that we've done over the past 10 years. So for those of you who are brand new to Boss Chick Dance Workout, first time ever tuning into our live, first time ever on our page, I'm Simone Sobers. I'm the creator of the Boss Chick Dance Workout. It's an all-women's hip-hop, dance hall, and Afrobeats twerk fitness brand that I started, as I mentioned, 10 years ago in Miami, Florida. That's where I'm based. And I created it as a safe space for women to come together to learn how to twerk, to have an alternative form of cardio that's not your typical treadmill running, something that we could really tap into our divine feminine, tap into our sensuality, our sexuality, move our bodies in a free way and a space that's safe, all right, and just really women focused. So that was created 10 years ago, first class ever in Miami, Florida, and since then I've certified instructors all around the world. We have hundreds of instructors that teach our Boss Chick dance workout format around the world. So quick shout out to our instructors. Hey, couldn't do it without you guys. So as I mentioned before, this is Boss Chick Radio. This is going to be a podcast. So this is a soft launch of Boss Chick Radio. The official launch is upcoming in February. And it will be full on podcast. It'll be available on Apple Podcasts as well, the app. And this is our first Twerk Talk Tuesday. So you're probably wondering, why is talk spelled T-O-K like TikTok? And that's because we eventually want to have our Twerk Talk Tuesdays on TikTok. All right, so that's a goal, but I just recently built out my TikToks, and you have to have 1,000 followers to be able to access the live feature on TikTok. So if you're not following me on TikTok, go follow me now so we can get to 1,000 followers. So on Tuesdays, we could be over on TikTok. My TikTok is Bossy, B-O-S-S-Y, Twerk, T-W-E-R-K, Therapist, spelled normally, T-H-E-R-A-P-I-S-T. All right, so Twerk Talk Tuesdays is a series under the umbrella of Boss Chick Radio, okay? And Twerk Talk Tuesdays is all about talking about twerk. If you're not already tapped into our channel on IG, you can drop questions there. So the questions that we have today came out of our channel. We send all our updates, freebies. It's right there in the bio. It's called Boss Chick Things Twerk Talk. And you could join. Anyone's allowed to join. Super simple. It's free. And it's just a way to stay up to date with network news. Okay, so let me get my notes together here. All right, we did that. Speaking of network news, first to start off, I'm just going to give a little overview of what's coming up in the next 30 days with Boss Chick Dance Workout. This is not just for our instructors, this is for our entire Boss Chick Dance Workout empire. Okay, so February 1st, mark your calendars. Twerk to Transform Challenge. Okay, this is our first challenge of 2024. We did not start with everybody else in January because we all know how January is. January was really an extra month in 2023. Okay, let's be real. We're still recovering in January. So we decided to launch our first challenge in February. It's going to be the entire month of February. February 1st, all the way to however many days are in this year for February. All right, full 28, 29 day challenge. You will receive 20 twerkouts. Every day is going to be a different theme, different workout. If you've never taken our challenge before, it is always a steal financially, completely economical. Right now, you can sign up. It's $26. The link is in our bio. And make sure you sign up early because that price will go up after the 1st, okay? So you can receive 20 twerkouts, all completely different, all new themes. And then you receive, in addition to that, we have specialty things that we do on the weekend, special twerk shops, and this is all virtual, okay? All you need is a laptop, a phone, iPad, whatever virtual device you have to tap in and do this challenge with us. It is going to be transformative. I really believe all of our challenges are. And every challenge I say, oh, this one is the best one. But I really think this one is the best one. Okay, so Twerk to Transform, February 1st, sign up early bird. It's only $26. That's less than $1 a day. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? So after that, February 11th, we have our Twerk Pro certification. If you've been thinking about becoming certified, jumping on that side hustle for 2024 and doing something you love that's completely empowering and so fun, Twerk Pro certification. You could be teaching women how to twerk, okay? So basically we teach you how to teach women how to twerk from beginning super basic level twerk basics all the way up to twerk 104. You will learn over 100 twerk steps in this certification, okay? The link for that is also in the bio. All right, February 13th, we're having a special online Bad Galentine's twerk out, okay? So this is gonna be soca, dance hall, Afro beats, all focused around empowerment for the singles, for the lovers, for those dating. All those themes are going to be in the playlist, okay? So make sure you tune into those. Tickets for that has not gone on sale yet, but again, stay vigilant. They will be on sale soon. All right, the 18th, I am on tour in Boston. Any Boston boss chicks in the house? Drop some fire in the chat. I love my Boston boss chicks. We will be there doing our Boston Mind, Body, Booty Twerk Wellness Festival. All right, so if you're in Boston, link is in the bio. Following that weekend, the 25th, the following Sunday, I will be in New York City running the same festival, New York City Mind, Body, Booty Twerk Wellness Festival, okay? And then the schedule for March will be upcoming. So I will be coming to your city. On average, I travel to about 35, 40 cities a year. So I'm getting off on a slow start for 2024. But it's going to kick up, and soon enough, I'll be in 2 cities per weekend, every weekend. All right, so that is our network news. And then now let's go into some twerk talk. All right, so the topics that we're talking about today came straight from our community, but feel free to drop any questions that you have in the chat, and I'm going to check the chat afterwards and do my best to answer those questions there as well. But one of the, and I think this is actually a great way to start off our Twerk Talk series. The question was, how is twerk therapeutic? Okay, so the past 3 years, I've been doing a lot of research behind how twerk is therapy. And you may have noticed if you're in our community, that's been a huge theme of ours over the past couple years. Twerk is therapy. Twerk is our therapy. Twerk is so therapeutic for women, right? So how? Let's talk about this so that you have an understanding of this so that you can believe it and you could do it and you could feel it and embrace it and activate it and all those things, all right? The more you know, the more you're able to embody, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the anatomy of twerk. So when we're twerking, we're using our powerhouse, okay? Women, this is our powerhouse. Our hips store our womb. This is our reproductive area, our booty, everything. This is our powerhouse here, okay? Anatomically. Energetically, in this area, we have our root chakra and our sacral chakra, okay? Sacral, root chakra is, and the sacral chakra, they're both energy points in our bodies, okay? So if you're unfamiliar with chakras, we have 7 chakras in our body, all along the spine center of our body, these energy centers that we can balance, that we can tap into, and that are responsible for different things that manifest or show lack in our lives, okay? So we have our root chakra and our sacral chakra here in this anatomy, this part of our body, all right? So as women, we store anxiety, depression, stress, positive energy, negative energy, sexual trauma, sexual positive experiences, sexual negative experiences. Every major thing you can think of, we store in our powerhouse, okay? So if you didn't know that, that's something that you for sure have to know, and it's something that is going to change the way that you move through life as a woman, all right? So we store all of that here, all right, in our hips. Now, in our program, we are we're all things twerk. Like, we get really into the foundation of twerk. We're 100% in there, okay? So we have something in our Twerk Basics class called the 5 ways to move the booty, all right? 5 foundational ways to move the booty. Booty pop, booty bounce, tick-tock, shake, and circles, All right. Almost, and I say this confidently, okay? I'm doing this for a decade now. Those 5 basic steps cover almost every possible way you can move your hips. Okay? Pop, bounce, circle, tick-tock, which is side to side, and shake. Okay? So when we do all of these things in our program, in our twerk cardio, in our twerk 101 classes, master classes, any boss chick dance workout class that you do, you are using those 5 foundational steps, okay? So when we're doing all that popping, bouncing, shaking, tick-tocking, all of that, we're releasing things that are stored in this area, okay? So this is the primary area that we use in this format, okay? And that you use in any format that you do twerk, okay? But we really get into the foundation of it here with Boss Chick Dance Workout. So we are shaking up things energetically, physically. There's so many physical benefits to twerking, okay? If you have a stiff lower back, you should be twerking, all right? Usually people think it's the opposite. No, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it, okay? That goes for your back, that goes for your knees, and I could do a whole talk about knees. All right, so with our knees, same thing. If you don't use your knees, they're gonna get stiff. And that's what we begin to feel as we get older. Our knees get stiffer and stiffer and stiffer because we're using them less. Like, oh, I have bad knees. No, you do not have bad knees. You have knees that aren't being used. All right, and I'm not saying jump right in onto the floor, Spider-Man on the wall, dropping into low positions right away. But you work your way up to everything. Our motto in Boss Chick Dance Workout is progress, not perfection. So we give so many different modifications for you to achieve what you want with twerking. All right, we don't just throw the hard steps at you and say good luck. Absolutely not. Okay, my background is in teaching. Before I was teaching twerk, I taught from age 3 to college level, ballet, contemporary, jazz, hip hop, all styles of dance. So at my heart, I'm a teacher. And I feel like I definitely bring that to this dance fitness program, is instilling good teaching into the program, into our instructors, and making sure the clients leave class feeling like, wow, I've accomplished something. I just didn't feel overwhelmed. She wasn't just about herself in the mirror, making sure that she looks good. If you've taken class with me, you know for sure that that's not my style. But, not knocking instructors that are like that at all. But for me, I'm a teacher at heart, so I really take that seriously when building out these programs. Okay, so that is, I hope I answered the question in a long version, but that essentially is how twerk is therapeutic, because of how much emotional energy, physical energy, reproductive energy, every major energy that you can have as a woman, we store it in our hips. And twerking is all about hips and booty. All about hips and booty. All right, so it's even better when you're intentional about it. So if you didn't know that before and you're twerking all the time, going through class, and you're like, oh, this is fun, this is cool, awesome. That's great too. One feedback that I used to get a lot on tour, students would come up to me after class and they would say like, wow, like I had moments where I felt very emotional during class. I had moments where I started to cry a little bit and I felt weird. And that's completely normal, So it's even better if you're aware of it and you have an understanding now why. But if you don't, that's okay too. You're still releasing. You're still getting the benefits, whether you want to think about it or not. We store things here, and the best way to release them is through twerking. Okay. And also the most fun. Hello. Like there's so many different theories and concepts that we pull from. One is the shake theory, the idea that creating shake or vibrations in the body releases stress. Absolutely. So rather than just standing there and shaking your body like this, why not make it fun and actually shake your hips, shake your booty, shake your legs, and all in choreography, the point that you're not so much focused on it, but you're doing it. All right. So you're getting the therapy without being hyper focused on the therapy, which is sometimes more effective, right? When we don't have to sit there and think about, oh, I need to release this, it's just happening. All right. There's a great quote that I love that says, the body is not a coffin for trauma. All right. Let it live somewhere else. All right. The body is not our coffin for trauma, for bad experiences, for negative energy. We don't want to hold that stuff and walk around with that stuff in our bodies, right? Like, no, nobody does. So it's even better when we're conscious about releasing those things out of our physical being, which is 100% possible. All right, through twerking. All right, so that is my answer. Hopefully it was pretty clear to how twerking is therapeutic and how we use that within the program. Okay, so if you tune into if you decide to take the challenge on February 1st, we're going to be doing, and I'm going to be releasing my latest course that I've been doing, or latest class. Twerk Therapy is the name of the class. And of course, it's a movement session, and it's based on the 5 basic ways of moving the booty. And it is powerful. Okay, it's very different from the other stuff we do. It's all with Afro beats, Afrocentric, Afro house music. And it's really rooted in repetition, allowing the body to go into trance through repetition, and then through that experiencing release with in the body. Okay, so if you take the challenge, you'll get a little taste of that every single week. All right. Let's move on to the next question. We have one more question. Instructors had questions too. I'm not ignoring your questions, instructors, but we're going to save that for Boss Chick Radio, okay, which launches, this is the mini launch. We're going to save that for the full launch in February, because there are questions that you guys had about marketing, about business, that could apply to a lot of different fields. So I want to make sure that I think it makes more sense to answer it there once we really get into the Boss Chick Radio topics. Okay, so the second, let me take a quick look. The second question we had in our channel was, let me pull this up really quick, but it was about the motivation to get started. Bum, 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 bum. Pretty much with fitness in general, having the motivation to get started and to stick with it. Okay. And this is a great question, because in January, it's what we call, and I tell our instructors, this is fitness season, right? This is when everybody has their resolutions. This is when the gyms are packed, the dance classes are packed, the Pilates, yoga, everything is packed out, right? Because everyone's on their new year, new me, let's do this, right? And I made a joke with a Zumba instructor because he was saying, oh, your class has so many people, like it's really building. I'm like, yeah, let's wait until March, right? If you know, you know. But what tends to happen by mid-March, we start up here, January, we're in every single class, and by March, we're down here. By June, summertime, forget it. By fall, we're not even visible. We're like, how do you spell gym? What is a gym? Right? And so how do you keep, it's such a great question. How do you keep this motivation and momentum all year? And so before I taught twerk, or before being a twerk therapist, twerk instructor, twerk creative, I'm also a certified personal trainer. And that was something that I realized as I was studying through that and, working with clients as a personal trainer, one-on-one and group settings. That's a big topic, huge in fitness. Okay. How do you keep your momentum going? And here's what I found. You have to have a why. Okay. As with anything else in life, you have to have a why, and it has to be stronger than any emotion that you feel. All right? Because this is emotional. Right? Starting in January up here, December we're down here. You know, you may not have thought of it that way, but that's completely emotional. Why else? You had more time in January than you do in December? For most of us, no. We keep our jobs the same throughout the year. But it really is about the why. Why are you taking on this fitness journey? Right? And if your why is stronger than your, I'm kind of tired of getting up at 5 a.m. every morning. Maybe I can go to the 6 p.m. class. Maybe I'll just take off Mondays and Wednesdays. Kids are stressing me out. Oh, gosh. I just went through a breakup. That's all emotional. All right? So we can't let our emotions dictate our progress forward and our growth, or else we will never move forward. So I always used to tell my clients, figure out what your why is. Why are you doing this? And that why, make it even, I always say there's nine levels to your why. You have to ask your why 9 times to get to a real answer. Why did I create Boss Chick Dance Workout? Because I ran into Madonna, got certified in dance fitness, really liked it, so I decided to create a program. Why? Because I wanted to create something that was special for women. Why? You know, so you keep going deeper and deeper, because the first answer to your why is not the answer. It's 9 levels deep, the true why. I want to empower women to be their best selves through movement. And I know that that is my gift, and I want to be able to empower women with that gift. That's my deepest why. It has nothing to do with me, you know, and that's just me talking personally, like, you know, for the question that I asked. But it's about figuring out a why and then letting that move you up throughout the course of the year. Letting that move you through your challenging times. Letting that move you through the times that you don't feel motivated. Through the times that you aren't inspired. Because that's another thing. Motivation, inspiration goes like this. Sometimes I'm super motivated, right? And sometimes I'm grasping. You know, there's nothing for me to. The music sucks that's being made today. I don't want to make up routines. There's no good music to make routines to. But what is my why? I want to empower women to be their best selves through movement. To experience healing through movement. Let's go deeper. Because if women are walking around being healed, we're operating on our highest vibration. And when we as women are operating on our highest vibration, that's when everything around us shifts. It's undeniable. You begin to influence everyone in your family, your friend circles, your work circles. So look how that little thing of taking time, tapping into yourself with a dance class can shift and create waves around the world. And for me, that's like, whoa, Simone, you got to keep going. You know, you got to keep at this, because women are changing through this, and they're changing their families, and they're changing their friends, and they're going for so many. The best stories that I have about Boss Chick Dance Workout come from the clients. It's not about my personal accolades. Oh, being on the Today Show, that was great. But having and witnessing a boss chick that's been in the program for 4 years and seeing her go from not wanting to, just talking to me about like, I don't know if I have enough confidence to go for this real estate position, or I don't know if I have enough confidence to do this on my own, or I don't know if I have enough confidence to leave this relationship. To then seeing over the course of time, this boss chick now runs her own real estate agent, is the highest paying real estate agent. And so I'm a true believer that how you do one thing is how you do a lot of things. All right. And I know sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow because we like to compartmentalize our lives. But if you really look at, we're holistic. Okay. How you move physically is a representation of how you move emotionally, how you move intellectually, how you move spiritually. Yeah, it's all interconnected. We cannot break ourselves up into parts. So if I'm going to push through, and I teach myself to push through when I'm tired in a dance class. All right, this may sound silly, but think about it. Teaching yourself, if I could push and just keep going. I only have 15 more minutes. I made it through 45. That starts to create a mindset. And you think when you leave the dance class that mindset is gone? This is like, oh, that's just for dance. No, you're reprogramming. All right. So this is, I forgot, what was the question? Oh, y'all better be ready for Boss Chick Radio because I've been holding a lot of stuff in for many, many years. So many things that I want to share with you guys. So find your why. Okay, so find your why and let it be more powerful than any excuse and any emotion and any life event that can come up. And it's not saying, to be rigid with yourself. Be flexible. Schedules are going to change. But don't you get off that path of why you started in the first place. Right? All right. Oh, look at that. 6 o'clock on the dot. All right. I'm going to take maybe 2 questions from the chat, if there are any. If not, we're going to wrap up. I have a really fun idea for our next Twerk Talk, but I didn't give you guys the heads up. So next Twerk Talk, we're going to do speed twerking. All right, like speed dating, but speed twerking, okay? So you're going to have your music ready, and we're going to give you 5 seconds. You can request to be in the live, and I'm going to give you 5 seconds to shine. Show me what you got. All right, it's not a competition, but it's just like sharing that energy with everybody else, okay? So you can request to be in the live, and then you'll have your music ready, and you'll show us what you're working with. All right, so save that. Remember that for our next Twerk Talk Tuesday. We're going to have speed twerking. All right, and let me check the live really quick. See if there are any questions that I can answer. You guys are amazing. Thank you for tuning in. Absolutely, we would have world peace. Women are so powerful. Okay, boom, 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 boom. All right, no questions that I see here. Yes, let me type my TikTok name so you guys can follow me on there. Type it into the boom, 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 into the chat there. Bossy Twerk. Oh, good question. Someone asked about the New York City Twerk Fitness Festival. You may have come in late, but we rescheduled it for February 25th, so you don't lose your money. And if that date doesn't work for you, please reach out via email, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Boston and New York Twerk Fitness Festival. So yes, actually, let me tell you a little quick before we leave about this concept of Twerk Wellness Festival. So I was feeling it heavy in my spirit this year because normally I just tour by myself and I teach anywhere from 2 hours to 4 or 5, 6 hours classes. It's from a simple twerk camp to a twerk festival. So I actually launched the idea of Twerk Festival right before the scamdemic. So, and then I did maybe 3 cities and then scamdemic hit. So that whole idea was put on pause. So now when was that? Almost like 3 years later now, I'm bringing back this concept of a Twerk Fitness Festival, which is like a day long of twerk classes, right? But I was like, it's really in my spirit this year to start to reach out to women who are local in their community, who are moving in the realm of booty shaking, twerking, womb wellness, sensual dance, all things that encompass divine femininity. All right. So I was like, I want to bring in a team or a few guest instructors in each city to work with me to build out a day of classes. So that was pretty much the idea behind the Twerk Wellness Festival. All right. So first two cities, New York City, Boston. New York City, we'll be there the 25th of February, Boston the 18th. Tell your friends. It's so worth it. It's going to be so worth it. I found incredible instructors already. I cannot wait to see how many more women I'm going to connect with around the world in each city to help bring this idea to fruition. All right. And I think that's it. So before we leave, I want to let you know things to look out for. Go to our bio. Again, join our channel because I'm sending out lots of updates, notifications, freebies. We do a free community class every month, right? No catch, nothing. Just come twerk for free for an hour or anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the class. I post that in that channel or that group. All right, so that's right in our bio. It's called Boss Chick Things Twerk Talk. So join the channel. You just have to press a button and you'll get all the updates. You can see the past updates, which is great, and everything coming forward. Okay, so that's one thing. Two, this podcast, Boss Chick Radio Twerk Talk series, is going to live two different places. Boss Chick On Demand. So if you're subscribed to Boss Chick On Demand, it's $9 a month. You will have access to all the archives for our podcast. All right. That's the video archives. All right. Also, if you're not already linked with us on YouTube, I'm going to be working a lot with YouTube this year. Okay. I've been ignoring it for many years, a decade to be exact. But I'm going to be tapping in and working a lot on YouTube this year. So follow us on YouTube. We have a pretty decent following on YouTube. So thank you guys for hanging in there, despite me not posting content frequently at all. So go join our YouTube channel, Boss Chick Dance Workout. You'll see it's the one that has, I think it's 1,600 followers or something like along those lines. And so you'll also find the visual or the video podcast there. All right. Now, I've launched with Apple and connected with Apple Podcasts. So when we do our official launch, and I'm going to tell you the day right now of the launch, our big launch, there'll be balloons, lots of goodies, giveaways. We are going to do the official Boss Chick Radio launch. February 5th. Okay, February 5th. So again, if you have bad memory, all you got to do is just join the channel on IG Live. I'm sorry, on our IG bio, because it's an easy way just to get all the reminders so you don't have to remember anything. Okay, so I'm connected with Apple. We're going to be streaming the audio. So just the audio. Everyone will be missing out on the face. Just the audio part of the podcast on Apple Podcasts. All right. And that will start soon. All right. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. Keep everything super bossy. Keep working on yourselves. Don't give up on yourselves. And I will see you guys for our next Boss Chick Radio episode. Yay! I did it! We did it! Hi. Hi. Hi.